Alright everyone, welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. We have a match day between Guys Gems and Disbanded in the C West Division. I'm Falindrith, gonna take you through this game today. It's just me, by myself, so yeah, how's it going? Just an update on the standings here and I guess the importance of this game. Guys Gems are currently sitting in second place. If they win this game through a domination, they will now be in first with 22 points. Disbanded is currently sitting in fourth with 15 points, so they too are also looking for a domination here to bring them farther up in the standings. Both of these teams, pretty high in Division C West, so looking forward to seeing some good play here from these two teams. We have the ETC ban coming out on the side of Guys Gems. Uh, Seems that Switch remembers, so it's probably something that Disbanded has run before, and they don't want to deal with that versus Disbanded. Both of these teams actually have very high win rates, and we're late enough in the season for these bans to be these kinds of target bans for specific players on the team. So, it's kind of fun. We're at the point in the season where everything is kind of coming together and teams are getting ready for the playoffs. On the side of Disbanded, we're going to see what they want to ban out. Also a reminder that we are playing on the current patch. There is, all heroes are allowed, but also the supports have been nerfed once again. And I would expect to see a little bit lower priority on Malfurion and Stukov. It kind of evens out the support playing field. So we'll actually see if the teams have had time to adapt to that because, that patch literally just hit today. So a little rough, but we'll see how it goes. Hanzo ban coming out on the side of Disbanded. Again, Hanzo always good for that, that shrine clear and the ability to just poke down the enemy team relentlessly. We are on Infernal Shrines for the first map, and the second map is going to be Curse Hollow. We have the first pick Johanna coming out on the side of Guys Gems. It's yeah, pretty solid pickup here. Probably more of a comfort pick, not really giving anything away too much on that side. We'll see what they want to pair with that. On the side of Disbanded, it's a little bit weird. We have information about what each team prefers, but it's a new patch. So in like the few hours that the patch has been live, maybe we'll see something else come out. But typically the supports are highly contested. Disbanded likes to run Stukov and Diablo. So maybe I maybe expect to see a Diablo here on Infernal Shrine specifically. But also given the support changes, I wouldn't actually be surprised to see an Alexstrasza come out early on the side of Disbanded. So we'll see what they want to go. They have run Alexstrasza in the past. Also interesting, also fun thing to note is that Disbanded hasn't lost a series yet. They've dominated 3 times. They have drawn 6 times. So hoping that they can keep that up here. They do want for Stukov. So a quick summary of the Stukov changes if you didn't have time to read the patch notes. Stukov's silence field has a much longer cooldown now. It was increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, I believe. And also the talent, the level 1 talent that makes the silence field expand, increased the cooldown by 1 second. So if Stukov opts into that talent, it is now a 15-second cooldown overall. Additionally, his healing throughput has been nerfed a little bit. I don't know the percentages. I think it's around like a 5% nerf. So just something to keep in mind there. Ooh, hang on. So I think Cersei might make a comment about that, but I believe Kilthus is not allowed right now. Oh, Pyroblast is banned. That's it. So Kilthus is still allowed to be played. If you haven't run into this bug, it's pretty funny. So we'll have to keep an eye on his talents. But basically right now, if Kilthus opts into Pyroblast, the cooldown reduction is that he can get at level 20 is accidentally enabled at level 10. So basically you can have a theoretical 13-second Pyroblast at level 10. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on him to make sure he does that right. But anyway, Kilda is, excellent on this map, able to, clear out the shrines real fast, provide a lot, forcing the team to spread a lot is something that he's really good at, because failing to will make sure that, the entire team takes damage from those firebombs. Here's are coming out as well, really good at harassing the backline and getting in and out real quick. Stukov's gonna have to be careful that he doesn't get too much damage, and if he takes too many pulse bombs, he's gonna have a little bit of a hard time. Also, fun fact: Tracer's recall position is visible by the enemy team, so she's gonna have to be doubly careful right now to make sure that Diablo isn't in the position where if she recalls, Diablo can still grab her. We'll see how that goes. We have the Malfurion banner coming out for Disbanded. Pretty standard, you know, when you see a Tracer on the other side. That combo is still pretty strong, so they opt to simply get rid of it. We'll see what Guys Gems wants to do. Disbanded hasn't picked up any damage yet, so they might want to think about taking out a damage dealer that they do not want to deal with, or a solo laner potentially. Maybe even get a bruiser, something like, I don't know, maybe a Nubarak. They opt for Junkrat, so one of those assassins that's able to get a lot of poke damage and good range and displacement. Junkrat's really, a well-played Junkrat is really disruptive to the front line of whatever team you're playing against. It's just, it can be oppressive sometimes, so yeah, I can see that ban. You were reacting there. We'll see what this ban likes to go with. What damage they like? They like running Chromium. They run a variety of different damage dealers. So honestly, like there's so many options left for them right now that they could really opt into anything. You know, maybe we'd see a variant for the Tracer. They have played that before. They played like basically everything it seems. So pretty deep hero pool there for Disbanded. Maybe something for Shrine Clear. I think I would expect them to pick up something to, yeah, really get that Shrine Clear going. So maybe something like a Sonya, Jaina maybe for the Shrine. Yeah, for Sonya and Phoenix. Phoenix is still pretty powerful. I believe his damage numbers are unchanged from this patch, but he has to play a little bit more safely. His health pool is slightly smaller than it used to be, you know, a couple of hours ago. So just something to keep in mind there. Yeah, pretty solid pickup. Pretty scary team actually on the side of Disbanded. A lot of, you know, solid front line and a lot of, you know, harassing damage from Phoenix in the back. We'll see what Guys Gems want to pick up for their support. They could opt into Alex. Alex is a little bit of a, I think, tough, in a tough spot if they opt into that here. We'll see. Okay, they do actually go for it. The one thing, you know, you have to be a little bit careful of is, you know, the Stukov, Silence Field, and Diablo Apocalypse when that eventually happens. But, you know, it's something that you can play around, so I'm not too concerned. We'll see how you want to play that. Jaina comes out on the side of Disbanded, rounding out their team and making sure that everyone is... so they have the burst damage, they have the auto attack range damage. And yeah, that's a pretty solid team, I think. Guys Gems also picks up Dahaka as their offlaner, so they're going to be able to soak for a longer time until we get into the shrines and hopefully get a level lead there. Alright, as we get into the first game, both of these drafts I like quite a bit. I think it's a little bit more dangerous with, you know, having just Alexstrasza as the support for Tracer. It's one of those things where, you know, Malfurion is able to pretty easily reach Tracer, but Alex is a little bit of a harder time, so it's one of those things where Tracer is going to have to play around where the healing placements are, but it also, you know, telegraphs their position to, you know, the side of Disbanded, who have a pretty solid, you know, engaged composition here. So both drafts pretty good. We'll see, you know, who takes the first game. All right, so as we get into game here, on the left side, we have the side of Guys Gems. We have Odin playing Johanna, Cody Craze playing Tracer, Swish on Dahaka, Sprugles on Kilthus, and White Ghost playing Alexstrasza. Over on the right, in red, we have Disbanded, we have Cersei playing Jaina, we have Skivo playing Phoenix, we have Recon playing Diablo, Flirtimer playing Stukov, and Megalomania on... That's Sonya. Alright, cool. I would expect both teams to kind of just go towards the center and do the traditional kind of the mid-game brawl. We'll see what they want to do. Pretty standard talent pickups, it looks like. Stukov still opting into the Growing Infestation despite the much longer cooldown. I haven't played around with that myself yet, but it's probably something that, you know, won't be up as often as you'd like. So we'll see how Fleur adjusts to that. Not much of an engage happening here. Teams filtering out to lanes basically immediately. Phoenix is real good in that solo lane. You know, Sonya also real good in that solo lane. So I would expect to see Disbanded run a, a pretty standard 1-3-1 composition, with Guys Gems going ahead and doing the rotation with the 4-man. Looks like they instead opt to try to get Phoenix here. Not going to have too much luck there. Both teams making sure to soak all lanes. I like this spot. Looks like Guys Gems are doing a 3-man-ish rotation. Kind of left Johanna in the mid lane to make sure they didn't lose too much there. Scissor goes up, tries to get Stuka. Flir's getting really low, has to be very careful. I don't know if the trait is up, and he finally goes down. There's some nice nice work there by Guys Gems getting that early pickup on Stuka. I believe his bile kill switch was down for a little bit there, having used it earlier. Wasn't actually sure if that was for an engage or if it was just, unfortunate timing. Guys Gems now moves to take their camp. Just doing the standard thing, when you win a fight, go ahead and take all the things you can on the map. Meanwhile, we have Disbanded continuing to soak. I think XP should be pretty even. Guys Gems is giving up a little bit down here, letting Phoenix farm that particular wave, but they won't lose too much. Gotta capture that camp gate. Alright, cool. Yeah, pretty standard right now. Up in the top lane, we have Dahaka fighting Sonya. He's having a little bit of a hard time, but, overall, lanes are pretty even. Disbanded rotating down. They're going to take their own siege camp now. Looks like Sonya's going to go ahead and clear up in the mid lane, or nope, Hosen's going to go ahead and join their team over on that siege camp. Levels will be very even for this first shrine. Looks like Guys Gems is just barely hitting level 4 before the side of Disbanded. In terms of talent pickups, we have Exuberance, Alex Strava. Netherwind on Kilthus. I'm not actually familiar with the Kilthus builds these days because, it hasn't been seen too much. Fun to see, new heroes come up as each of the patches change. Guys Gem's gonna go ahead and grab their Bruiser camp up here in the top left. Doesn't look like it'll get too much done. It's unfortunate a little bit that the shrine is spawning up in the top. So that camp's gonna be cleared out by the side of Disbanded pretty easily. Disbanded actually slightly ahead in XP. Phoenix is continuing to just solo farm that bottom lane, so they're getting a lot of value there. He's going ahead and doing an auto attack focused build as well. A little interesting with the Johanna pickup that they opted into that, but I guess they feel like they can deal with the blinds that come out on Johanna's side. Alright, Shrine's been started up in the top lane. It is currently 5-5. Both top laners basically doing the exact same number of Shrine monkeys here. Guys Gems is moving on to the shrine. They're pretty firmly established. White Ghost going ahead and popping the Dragon Queen a little early, making sure that all the healing is out for any sort of engage that this man wants to do. And they're trying to get on the back. They have separated out Swish and Odin here. I think they're able to get out the wing buff and not really hitting anything. Dragon Queen is now down. This is the time for Disbanded to engage. And we're seeing just that nice grab on the Jaina. Silence Field coming out, and Dahaka finally goes down. Nice work there by Disbanded. Here's gotta be a little careful, but it looks like in the meantime the Frozen Punisher has been picked up, so Disbanded gets that kill on Kilthus. They're just gonna get that Tracer as well. They just have to make sure that, yeah, it's still good. The Recon was baiting the Punisher, so it didn't actually jump on anyone who was chasing down the members of Guys Gems. So even though Disbanded lost that Punisher, they still managed to gain a level advantage, and it doesn't look like the Punisher will have too much of an opportunity to do much damage to those walls. Slight misplay, not getting the Punisher, over the wall, but it honestly doesn't matter too much. It's without anyone, supporting him, he just kind of goes down. Yeah, nice work there by Disbanded. They have a slight level lead. Let's see what they want to do with it. They're gonna go ahead and take this Bruiser camp over in the top right. Make sure that they get a little bit of extra, map pressure. Level 7's picked up by both teams. I should really learn how to play more things than just support so I can actually talk about this. Alright, Disbanded. If you're gonna do this, you should make sure that no one actually scouts this out, because I believe last time someone did this, they found a free camp. So they have Fleur keeping watch on it, and it doesn't look like anyone on the side of Guys Gems is gonna go look for it, but I think Disbanded is acutely aware of the power of free camps, so I don't think they're gonna let anyone get that. Okay, we have Alex opting into the Life Blossom build here, so that's going to provide a lot of sustain. I think I like that. There's not, if Alex plays safe, there's not really too many people who could dive onto her, so we're going to be able to have a lot of sustain over in the, frontline healing department. People's gotta be a little careful, kind of scouting out the side of Guy's Gems. Nothing really happening there. Kind of poking his head in. Okay. The Guy's Gem's gonna go ahead and pick up the bottom siege camp here. Really just trying to get, both teams really just trying to make sure that they hit 10 before the next shrine phase. I think there should be time for both teams to hit that. Disbanded might want to think about pushing their lead a little bit and taking an engage right when they hit 10 before Guy's Gems has the chance to. But again, both teams very even in XP. You know, we have Dahaka pushing by himself over in the top lane, defending against the Bruiser camp that was taken successfully by Disbanded, so no free camps today. Looks like actually the main XP is really even. The only slight advantage, this is actually really cool, the only slight advantage is really coming from the heroes. The hero kill XP from Disbanded, so I think Melania doing a little bit of taunting there. We'll see if Dahaka falls for it. Doesn't look like he's going to. Both of them just kind of putting their sprays down and coming at it. Ooh, nice pull on the Sonya. I don't think too much is going to happen there, especially just a little too low. And there's some minion wave right at the walls. Alright, we have the next shrine spawning. There's a brief window if Disbanded wants to try to force something. I don't think they're going to, because 10 is going to hit in just a matter of seconds. They're trying to get this pick on Sonya there. Nice work there. Some nice gameplay Tracer coming up to make sure that Sonya goes down. You know, Karma hitting a little bit there. You know, the B step was ultimately unsuccessful. We have the Dahaka trying to get the counter kill. I think he's going to make it behind the walls before any of that happens. Tracer's trying to do some poking, but it is a 4v2, so Guy's Gems goes ahead and disengages. Ultimates picked up. We have Isolation for Dahaka, we have Blessed Shield on Johanna, we have the Quantum Spike, so additional damage for Tracer's Pulse Bomb. Phoenix, of course, picked up the kill for this. There is not another option right now because Pyroblast is not allowed. We have, you know, stop talking about that for a sec. We do have the Dragon Queen coming out a little bit early again. We do have Cleansing Flame to interrupt that. Disbanded is trying to find a way into this fight. Johanna uses Blessed Shield, and here comes the Ring of Frost. Hits two people, that should be a dead Tracer. And Dahaka as well. Nice purification solve. This is some really scary team fight from the side of Disbanded. Just being able to bully their way into the fights. Nice, just solid work there. Just making sure that, like, you know, waiting out the engage for Guy's Gems. You know, making sure that Dragon Queen timer ticks down a little bit before picking the fight that they wanted. Some really nice, you know, patience on the side of Disbanded. We're gonna go ahead and try to pick up the shrine. We also have Jaina trying to soak some extra minions up in the top lane, which I like a lot. You know, when it's only a 2v4 like this, you could definitely spare someone to soak, you know, while Kael'thas goes down in the meantime. People's got to be a little bit careful. Tracer is going to try to get him there. His work is down for a little bit longer, so making sure that he gets back, no problem. Oh yeah, I mean, ultimates on the side of Disbanded, we saw them all basically. You know, Ring of Frost, Apocalypse, we saw Purification Salvo, Wrath of the Lurker. One that we didn't see was Falindrith Swipe on Stukov, so, you know, we'll use that in the events that, you know, Guy's Gems gets the engage that they want. I think what I'd actually like to see in these shrine fights is, you know, for Guy's Gems to hold the Dragon Queen just a little bit longer. You know, when the teams are just kind of poking each other out, it's not strictly necessary, so I think just a little bit more patience will go a long way in these fights. With Disbanded picking up the level 13. Stukov opting into the Lingering Spines, so not going to go for the Root combo. I think the Root combo actually got a little bit, you know, nerfed in this current patch. Just, you know, with the cooldown on the silence increasing and everything. Let's see, quest progress. We have Jaina actually not as far along on the ice block as you might hope. Hasn't really been a problem yet. Tracer hasn't quite been able to get back there and actually, you know, harass Jaina like she might want to. So, you know, not super critical yet, but maybe in the future. Might want to think about stacking that up. In the meantime, Diablo's at full souls. Jaina does have Fingers of Frost complete, so she's going to get some extra damage from her passive, which means that when she hits someone with one spell, the next spell that she hits, you know, in like a 10-second window. Oh, but 10, that's really far. Like a 4-second window increase. Nice disengage there by Fleur, gets the planning swipe. Dragon Queen gets popped. Seriously is almost going to go down. Nice shielding, gets away with 120 seconds. Phoenix flanks with the Purification Salvo. Cleansing Flame comes out trying to cover Guy's Gems. They hope to pick up a kill. Accuracy does go down. You know, the temporary health isn't permanent health, so Stukov also going down in the back line. Some nice damage coming out from Kael'thas there. Yeah, so that was the engage, you know, that Guys Gems wanted there. Back in this game, you know, level 13, level 14. So very nice fighting down a talent tier, making sure they get those 2 picks before anything really happens. They managed to really effectively split the team in that fight. Or the team, Guys Gems managed to split Disbanded there. So, you know, really good to see that, you know, those initial engages on the shrines haven't been too disheartening. I think Recon is doing some recon, trying to scout this out, but he didn't see the approach on the top, so Sonya gets out of there, no problem, but I don't know if you want to go back in there, man. There's like 5 people on this shrine, so I'm just thinking about it, but I think they're just not. Blessed Shield comes out, making sure that no one can touch the Bruiser camp, and Guys Gems manages to steal away that camp. It was a steal, but it wasn't free, so, you know, it doesn't feel too bad. We have Guys Gems now going ahead and taking their Bruiser camp over in the left. Just trying to get, you know, again, all the map pressure they can. Again, the shrine is spawning in the top lane now. So I expect this to be cleaned up pretty quickly. It might reach the middle of the lane right when the shrine is activating. So I don't think too much pressure is going to happen there. Phoenix is doing a real great job of actually soaking here. Matching to Hawk is XP. Sonya and Phoenix, you know, are two really solid solo laners, which allows, you know, the combo of Diablo, Stukov, Athena to roam as they see fit. Team's trying to pick up all the remaining experience. We have Skibo, need to be a little bit careful. Teleport's not as long as it used to be, man, but he still gets away. Guys Gems goes ahead and starts up the shrine. We have level 16s picked up on the side of Disbanded. Stukov opting for Pox Populi, Vayne opting for Northern Exposure. We do have Engage on the side of Guys Gems, trying to make sure that they can pick someone off before Phoenix gets here. Purifications comes out. Actually, it's interrupted. Only hit 3 people, so there's going to be a chance to use it again later. For 4 seconds. We have all the ultimates down on the side of Guys Gems, actually. So this is what Disbanded wants. Let me see if they can pick fights. And here comes Ring of Frost. It's 2 people. These combos are just ridiculous. Delaying Smite, making sure that White Ghost can't heal at all. You get interrupted every single time the arm hits. Phoenix teleporting over the wall, finishing off Alex there. Gonna go ahead and chase Johanna. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but definitely gonna go ahead and get some solid damage there. Oh, Skeeler, you're gonna go for that? A little aggressive. There are not any minions quite yet. So Phoenix crushes his displeasure and destroys a wall. I also like this a lot by Disbanded, destroying this top fort before capturing the Punisher, making sure that the Punisher is, is healthier as it pushes in towards the keep. Solid macro play there, making sure that they get all the advantages they can. They're gonna go ahead and capture that up right about now. Here's level 16 down. 3 guys once again. Guys Gems hoping that they can hit 16 during this defense and, fend off this Punisher. I think, if they do it right, it shouldn't be a keep, but they have to be a little bit careful. They're a little bit far out. Yeah, Johanna baiting that Punisher very nicely, making sure that she doesn't get stunned with her traits. Punisher going in, trying to attack the fort. She's getting distracted a little bit. Phoenix comes out trying to clear up these minions. Diablo going a little deep. Alright, nice pick off on the Tracer with the Punisher helping just a little bit. Punisher goes very deep as this Bandit actually finishes off this keep. So, Guys Gems not quite able to hold off that assault, but they'll be able to clean up the Punisher real quick here. It's going to be the top lane open for the side of Bandit. And it's going to be, I think they'll be able to hold off one lane pretty easily. Dahaka can just kind of lurk up there, clean things up. Make sure that the lane is pushed out when it needs to be. Guys Gems, now they have 16, looking for an engage here, trying to get back into the game before level 20 hits for Disbanded. Let me go ahead. Ooh, Ring of Frost hitting 3-4 people there, actually. Tracer having to recall out of there, and then damage from the silence in Stukov. And Phoenix is just too much, as basically everyone contributes on Disbanded to get a 3-for-0. That's scary, guys. Really good Ring of Frost by Cersei here. The Tracer's trying to pick off people. Tracer's trying to defend here, but Tracer's health pool. One grab from Diablo is gonna make it so that and it can just take her out of the fight. I think this might just be a keep, another keep for Disbanded, so, you know, props to guys Gems trying to take that engage, but it's really working out in their favor. Disbanded just, their team fight is just really difficult to engage into, and they're just, you know, guys Gems are just having like a really hard time getting those fights without those Dahaka flanks, putting the side of Disbanded. Dahaka, speaking of Dahaka, he has to be a little bit careful. He's gonna get out of there right in the nick of time. Ooh, he does not. That is some nice prediction by Megalomania, knowing that Dahaka was gonna be in that bush. Dahaka trying to make a break and dig out. He does. There, you know, Sonya can't use 2 spears within that short time span. So, you know, nice play by both teams. Now we're getting away safely, and Sonya predicting that, you know, just real solidly. Nice Gem's gonna go ahead and put some pressure out in that top lane. Make sure that gonna get their bruiser camp to push out over in that lane. We have, you know, Disbanded trying to do the same. Disbanded does have level 20. We'll go ahead and put up what they took. Both Jaina and Diablo went for their short-range teleports with Hellgate and, you know, Ice Blink. Zukov again goes for the flying swipe on a single charge. Sonya is gonna go ahead and do Ignore Pain, so, you know, take a lot less damage. Always a kind of oddly named talent. It's like, you still take damage even if it doesn't hurt. Anyway, we have also Singularity Charge on Phoenix, so more attack range, so that he doesn't have to actually stand in range of Johanna's blind and can get more damage off. Alright, so the Shrine in the bottom lane is not the worst scenario for Guys Gems. If they do lose this, they can give it up, actually, I think. I think the worst thing that can happen is if they die, if they give up too many kills to Disbanded, they won't be able to defend the Punisher, and that is going to spawn in the bottom lane. So I think, I like what they're doing. They're going to go ahead and clear up the mercenary camps, get the pressure out in the top lane. I think, you know, they're going to soak up until level 20, and then hopefully they can take a fight. That, you know, that fort is going to go down, but this is the lane where Disbanded only has 1 keep left. So I do like that decision there. I'm going to go ahead and see if they can get a pick on Sonya, Johanna, and Dahaka, and a keep the guard there. Alright, they're gonna go ahead and pick this fight. Dragon Queen does come out. We have the Silence Field interrupting Dahaka's plan. Recon goes down to a really nicely placed Pulse Bomb. The Ring of Frost only hits 1 person, but Tracer does go down to incidental damage there from Jaina. They do get 2 kills though on the side of Guys Gems, so really nice picks there. Diablo just underestimating the damage that the Pulse Bomb can do. I just chunked him for, like, you know, bonus, you know, % health. So just real good play by Guys Gems. Guys Gems might actually be able to take the shrine. Diablo has respawned, but he doesn't have any souls again because he has just respawned. Kale gets caught. I don't know if he's gonna get out of there. He does sacrifice his life to get the Punisher, and some nice fire, you know, from Alex, making sure that Phoenix goes down in return. So wow, really nice fight by Guys Gems, taking the fight, you know, 19 to 21, and not really breaking a sweat. They did, you know, lose a few people, but when you're down levels like this, trading, you know, usually works in your favor. They did take a tiny bit of core damage, you know, 95% to 100%, so a little unfortunate, but overall a really solid defense. They're going to be able to get back up to level 20 for the next shrine for sure. You know, if we make it there. It might be the case where it doesn't really happen because Standard will find some picks and just go for the win. This is like the scariest part of the game, you know? I want to make sure that, let's see, hopefully that Guys Gems are going to, yes, Odin is anchoring properly. Always check your bushes. He doesn't think that they're going to invade, you know, which is true. Disbanded gonna go ahead and take this bottom camp first. We'll see if they want to invade or go ahead and take their own siege camp. They're gonna go retreat a little bit, regroup, and now that Guys Gems have level 20, they're gonna go ahead and kind of wait to start the siege camp. Here's the level 20 talents for you guys. Alright, we'll see if we have an engage here. This is a 45 if they do get caught. Dahaka does have Burrow up, I believe. Yes, it does. Phoenix getting caught out here. I don't think she's going to be able to get out of there. Then nice teleport interrupt by Johanna. Just keeping Phoenix in place and unable to escape. I think, you know, even if he hadn't been nerfed, I think he still would have gone down there. So, some nice picks by Guys Gems. I think the overall result of that is just slowing down the game. You know, And guys just haven't been able to pick up any structures yet. They have to be careful that they don't get picked here too. Yeah, so they're just going to use this time to regroup, push out lanes. Unfortunately, I don't think too much can happen from that one pick. It's a little unfortunate, you know, if the shrine was spawning, it might be a different story. But I think for now, it's not going to overall shift the balance too much. Jum's still going to push the advantage. They're going to go ahead and go do an invade. I like this. They do have the numbers advantage. The Ring of Frost comes back because 2 people. Tracer's always the one who gets picked. Flur's probably going to go down there to nicely place Pulse Bomb. Tracer able to sneak in there and get that damage out. White Ghost lands, and the Dragon Queen is out. That is, I believe, the Dragon. So that is the level 20. Yes, so that is level 20 Dragon Queen. So he's actually gonna have that up for the next phase as well. Regium's really putting up a fight here. They aren't even in levels, but they haven't picked up the structure yet. So, you know, not quite able to siege that well. We'll see if they're able to pick up their first for the game, if they're able to win the shrines. Be a little careful here. There are 3 catapults there. The Hawk is gonna go ahead and respond as Tracer picks up camp duty right there. Alright, Sugav's gonna be back in 16 seconds, so that's gonna be enough time for him to get in position for this shrine. So it's gonna be a pretty explosive fight, I think. I believe this fight is going to decide the game if Disbanded gets it. It's, you know, we're not sure if it's going to do the same. If Guys Gems manages to win it, they'll definitely get a fort off of it if they win, but it's a little bit questionable if they're going to be able to push all the way into the core. Anything can happen. We're going to see Guys Gems go ahead and start this shrine right now. Real smart. Sukav is still on his way back from respawning. So they have a 13 shrine minion lead here. 16 now. 0. Diablo trying to get a pick. You know, Hana's going to interrupt that. Nice Dragon Queen. Not interrupted by the silence. Nice interrupt there. We have Cleansing Flame coming out. It's going to hit, you know, a lot of people there. Fleur goes down. Tracer's just now, you know, with the level, you know, 13 through 20 talents, just able to get back there and take out the healer before anything happens. Ring of Frost not hitting anyone in here, and Phoenix also having trouble with this Tracer. Guys Gems manages to pick up the shrine as I don't think Disbanded is gonna have anyone survive this. Diablo might, but that is, you know, ooh, I don't think he's gonna make it out of there. These pulse bombs from Cody have just, Tracer's been getting a lot more value the later the game has gotten. Just really able to get in and out no problem. This is gonna be a keep for sure on the side of Guys Gems. They're gonna go ahead and take that siege camp as well. It's gonna be tough for Disbanded to, well, I think they'll be able to make a defense. They still have that structural advantage from that they got from the early game. Guys Gems is gonna have to send someone back to defend, but the Hawk is actually gonna respawn in 1 second, so he's gonna be able to do that anyway. Guys Gems have to be careful. Sugam is the only one who has respawned so far. Phoenix still has 8 seconds, so I believe, yeah, he's not gonna be able to. But she has to be careful, you know, if Tracer gets a pulse from and is able to do enough damage, that takes him down to half. Jeez, that's deadly. The Punisher's still at half health, so I think Guys Gems are going to try to win here. It's a little bit risky. Disbanded has a chance to mount a core defense. We have Alex Sharp's Cleansing Flame coming out. The Purification Salvo lands on Tracer, but Tracer uses Recall to dodge most of it. The core is falling, 26, 22, 21. Tracer goes down, but I think the Punisher's going to finish this up, and Guys Gems are going to take the first game. Very well played there. Disbanded having the lead for, you know, the majority of that fight, but just not quite able to confirm the victory. So real nice work. Tracer definitely, I was going to check the damage numbers during that game, but I forgot. Tracer got a huge amount of value like later in the game. As soon as that level 10 hit, being able to do the percentage health on the Pulse Bomb was a huge deal. Being able to chunk everyone from Diablo to Stukov. You know, no one was safe after Tracer managed to figure out how, you know, how to get into the backline. Cool. Gonna go ahead and leave the stats up for you guys for a little bit as we go ahead and get the next game set up. Alright everyone, welcome back to game 2 of Guys Gems versus Disbanded. Guys Gems take game 1 after a very long, drawn-out, solid, holding their ground in Infernal Shrines and eventually managing to just kind of push down mid lane for the win. We'll see if they're able to hand Disbanded their first domination loss here in the Nexus Gaming Series, while Disbanded hoping to keep up their string of ties. Again, if Guys Gems win this game through domination, they will then be, temporarily at least, in the first place slot of Division C West. So they're clearly hoping to manage to bring out all the stops on this second game here. Disbanded, again, can't do the domination, but they can still get a point through the tie, hoping to add yet another one and keep their, undominated streak going. We'll see if they opt to ban the Tracer out in a respect ban here. They're thinking about it. They're not sure what they want to not deal with here. Running down the timer. Go ahead and ban Honka. Alright. Honka banned out. Solid pick to ban out on this map. Just a lot of, globals are strong over on Cursed Hollow here. So, Guys Gems sticking with their ETC ban. I don't really know what happened with that. Maybe I can ask them if we get an interview with them. But still banning them out. ETC does have the pseudo global on this map as well if you want to opt into stage dive instead of a mosh pit. So I can, also pretty good reason to ban him out here. Disbanded gonna go ahead and have first pick. We'll see what they want to opt into. We'll see if they still prioritize the Stuke of, or opt into a different pick here. See if the support meta has fallen off in the past few minutes on this patch. Let's see, Cursed Hollow. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they want to go into. They're going to Diablo again. They did have like a pretty solid game on that Diablo. Just not quite able to survive through Tracer's pulse bombs towards the end, but still providing a lot of disruption in the early to mid game, and just kind of bodying Guys Gems everywhere, right up until the end of that game. The Mouth Tracer combo is up for Guys Gems if they would like to run it. I don't really know. This was Guys Gems map pick, so either they just want to do it or they are comfortable on it. We will see what the case. They have something specific planned, or if they're just going to draft yet again another solid draft here. Yeah, Guys Gems favors Cursed Hollow. They've played this map 7 times. I believe they've only lost once, so definitely a map they like and know. We're going to go ahead and pick up their front line first, sticking with the Johanna pick and the Sonya pickup as well. Johanna working pretty well in the late game, being able to pop the traits and run away unscathed from all the Diablo engages. Sonya just always a solid solo laner to pick up. Interesting that they were putting a little bit of a higher priority on that now in the second game. It was definitely played well by Disbanded there in the first game, so I can get behind it. Disbanded now has the chance to pick up Kael'thas themselves. That is something that they have. Or no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stats here. Guys Gems actually runs Kael'thas a lot. Should have pointed that out in the first game. So now that Kael'thas is back, baby, they can just run him to their heart's content. Looking at Guys Gems stats, actually, Johanna is a comfort pick for them. They picked Johanna, looks like around 11 times. Won most of them. Looks like they dropped 2 games-ish there. So Disbanded gonna go ahead and pick Kael'thas for themselves, along with Leo. Leo being able to deal with the front line that Guys Gems has pretty well. Any sort of, if he gets in a little bit too deep, you can just ghost away, and he can also have a huge amount of sustain with Johanna, getting the spooky hand on Johanna or Sonya. So some nice pickups there. Both teams actually opting to delay their support picks. I guess neither team really prioritizes them too much, but it's always interesting to see how priorities shift. I guess this video was prioritizing Stuka pretty high earlier, but with the changes, maybe they opt into something else now that they've had a chance to try Stuka out on this new patch. Alright, let's see what they go into here. It's going to be... Might see a support choke, actually. That's definitely a possibility with neither team picking up a support. Disbanded has the option of banning a support or a damage dealer if they want, unless they think that Guy's Gems could go ahead and pick up an extra tank. Alex are being banned out by Guy's Gems. Interesting. I don't know if we've actually seen too many Alex bans, just in general, in NGS. I think that might be new-ish. You usually don't see Alex bans on Cursed Hollow either. You would typically expect to see that on something like Infernal Shrines, where, you know, Alex is known to be a pretty powerful hero. Actually gonna look that up real quick. Yeah, you know, Alex only banned 5 times previously in Division B overall. So maybe a sign of the shifting meta as we get our first NGS games on this patch. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have been looking at Division C stats. My bad. Let me go ahead and look those up again for you guys. Gonna go ahead and look. I mean, Alex has also only been banned 4 times in Division C. Gonna go ahead and ban Stukov again. Still powerful despite the nerfs. So it looks like Guy's Gems are going to have the option of picking up Malfurion for themselves. The patch did hit Malfurion as well. His overall healing has been affected a little bit, and he is a little bit more of a fragile tree these days. So need to make sure that positioning becomes even more important, and being able to land all the Moonfires you can, also more important. I believe both the Life Seed, the Q healing, and the W, like bonus healing, has been affected. Ooh, we get a Lily and a Hanzo. All right. And a power. Okay. Lilian is not seen too frequently in the league, but I think, you know, with all of the healers being as they are right now, you can kind of play whoever you want, to be honest. So definitely can see that pickup getting value. They're also making it very difficult for Disbanded to go into like a ranged auto attacker right now. The blinds coming out from Johanna and Lily are going to be a huge problem for anyone playing that style of hero. So we'll see if Disbanded wants to opt into that, or if they'd rather have another sort of melee spellcaster-ish, you know, maybe like something like Thrall, or I don't know if they play Alarak, but maybe something like that. They still have to pick up their healer as well. I don't know what they're gonna opt into there. Lucio's possibility. You know, I'm always hoping for Brightwing because I like Brightwing, but I don't know if I'd actually play that against the team. Deckard. We're gonna see the old man be played for one of the first times in NGS. He is allowed. I think it was starting on Monday. He was allowed in NGS. So, Deckard hype. That's gonna be exciting. We also have Tychus picked up. Really just trying to shred the front line here. Tychus does a substantial amount of spell damage as well. So even though he's gonna have to play around the blinds a little bit, I think his abilities are going to be able to get a substantial chunk of damage there. You know, also Odin being great for getting that control around the curse points. So see what Guy's Gems choose to round out their composition with. They're gonna go for the Tracer again. I was wondering if we're gonna see that. Deckard's gonna have to be pretty careful. We'll see if he'll be able to prevent Tracer from getting too much done in the backline. I think at level 16 he'll have to stun for the disengage, but that's, you know, there's a lot of levels between 1 and 16. If anyone comments that yes, there are 16 levels between 1 and 16. But I mean, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on the backline if they're unable to contain that Tracer. All right, going into game 2, we have Guy's Gems once again with we have Cody Craze again on the Tracer. So we'll see if he's able to be as effective as he was last game. I think Disbanded knows what's coming this time, so we'll see if they're able to deal with that better this time around. I think they can do it. I think they can pull out this. Make this series a draw once again. Alright. Getting in the game here, we have on the left side, we have Guy's Gems up 1-0 in this series. They are the blue team with Switch playing on, I think that's Sonya, isn't it? stop using non-standard seasons, guys. It's hard. I don't know all these heroes. Code Gray on Tracer. We have Sprugles playing. That's Hanzo. We have White Ghost on Lily, and we have Odin on Johanna. On the right side, we have Disbanded in red, hoping to take the series to a draw. Scubo playing Tychus Thursday, playing Kelthus. Recon on Diablo once again. Fleur de Mer playing Deckard, I think. Hope so. And we have Megalomania on Leo. So I guess we go ahead and capture the vision. Sonya doing the same, matching the vision towers there. Yeah, we'll see how much, I wonder. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Deckard. He is going to opt into, we'll watch his build a little closely. He's actually opting into the field study ability. That means that his Trolls of Sealing will grant spell power for every enemy hit. He hits 2 people there, so he is going to get an extra 30% spell power. Spell power for healers does affect his heals. I don't actually really know how it works with Deckard, because like if you have increased spell power, like do the healing potions heal more? Like that's something I'm actually not clear on. So it'd be kind of cool if that's how it works, but also pretty confusing. So we'll see how that goes. We have Guys Gems picking up a slight XP lead, about a third of a level here. They were a little bit faster to the lanes than Disbanded were. Not too much of a problem right now. Disbanded catching up as they pick up the remaining waves. We have Lily and Tracer down here with a Leo. That's going to be pretty tough for Leo to deal with. That's such a Tracer and Lily being able to just be huge lane bullies down here. Leo did take the he took a sip from the fountain. Listen, dude. Last time you did that, you died. So you gotta be a little bit careful. So when he gets picked off in the top lane, going down to Evo here. Tychus, Sonya isn't able to heal up in the minion wave as much as he like. Definitely a matchup that Tychus can win, as he has demonstrated. Once again, tributes are going to spawn in here at 3 minutes. Tychus goes ahead and uses the fountain, so he'll have it again in about 40 seconds after the first tribute spawns. And we have, once again, we have Cersei actually training spots with Leo, as Leo rotated up to the mid lane. Just making sure that they cover everyone. Tychus is back. Well, Johanna is back up in the top lane. So I'm going to do camps instead. Leo trying to, pin these 2 heroes down. It's going to be a little bit tough. Tracer just has a lot more mobility, and Lily can just run away from basically anything. So, with Leo, it's just kind of like old man chasing kids off of their lawn. It's not, you're not really going to do much besides from take damage as you run at them. So it's something to keep in mind there. You can definitely maybe opt into something like an Entomb towards the level 10. And make sure that you get at least some CC for the less mobile heroes on the side of Guys Gym. Level 4 is being picked up here. We have Potion of Shielding being picked up by Deckard. I guess we'll pay a little bit more attention to his build, as he is someone that we haven't seen before, and we will just try to keep you updated on everything that's going on there. I don't think I talked too much about level 1. It's pretty standard. The Deckard pickup is not something I run that much, but it goes. Looks like Sprugles is not going to complete the cast. The root didn't happen there from Deckard. We do have Sonya just harassing the backline here, so be a little bit careful as Megalomania comes back to just help defend. Disbanded opted to not do anything with that first shrine. They had Tychus pushing up in the top lane, so they didn't really want to do that fight too hard. It's fine, you don't have to take every single shrine, or shrine, that was the last game. You don't have to take every single tribute in the early game, so trying to get a bit of a level lead. I don't think they got too much out of that though, because they weren't quite able to delay as much as they wanted to on that first curse, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but there's always more curses. We see Guys Gems going ahead and picking up the Bruiser camp in the mid lane there. Everyone's kind of back to standard lanes. Leo going ahead and trying to mount the defense against Tracer and Lily. There is a siege camp, but it doesn't look like it's going to get very far. Both giants have been taken out already. We have Deckard and Diablo taking out the Bruiser camp here. It's gonna take a little while. A little bit odd to see Deckard working with the Lord of Terror, but I mean, this is Heroes of the Storm, so... Level 7 has been picked up by both teams. Very even in XP. Neither team really getting an advantage. I think there's only been 1 kill on the side of Disbanded so far, and that was a solo kill against Sonya. So neither team really managing to get much of a lead. Picker goes ahead and picks up Kanai's cube. That's the one where it reduces damage dealt. The Harajuku cube does. You know, when it hits like a bunch of heroes. Definitely good. Trying to make sure that Tracer gets hit by that, so you know less damage comes out. Sprugles actually picks up the tribute in the meantime. Swish gets pulled back by Diablo and goes down, but it is, you know, it is curse point going over to Guy's Gem. They're up 2-0 in terms of curses right now, or tributes right now. Full ceiling comes out and mostly over the wall, so not really going to catch Tracer there. Recon getting in a little bit too deep. Nice stun from Kael'thas preventing a further engage. Recon goes ahead and tries to go unstoppable, trying to get onto the backline there. Recon walks over the pulse bomb, but the pulse bomb doesn't attach itself to anything, so not too much happened there. Cersei gets isolated. See if they want to trace this. Tracer's mounted up, trying to reach Kael'thas, but chooses not to do the chase instead. In the meantime, we have Skibo pushing just by himself. He is responsible for 3,000 XP on the side of Disbanded, so you know, real nice work making sure that he gets the XP needed to get his team ahead a little bit. It's not quite enough to push Disbanded over to level 10 quite yet, so you know, a little bit of bad luck there with the tribute spawning in soon, but you know, this tribute position is advantageous for Disbanded, so I think they should be able to pick this one up pretty easily. Meanwhile, on the bot, Guy's Gem smartly picks up a boss, making sure that the boss is pushing opposite the lane where the tribute is. They do have time also to contest this, so you know this is a situation where they don't even really need to fight too much. If Swish is able to get away, he does not. So yeah, that was one of the situations where all they really need to do is delay and make sure that the boss gets value. The faster that this bandit is able to pick up this curse and respond to the boss, you know, the less damage, less value it's gonna get. That Sonya pickup though was a little unfortunate for Guy's Gems. Just with this bandit getting that early pickoff, they were able to take that tribute no problem, and they're gonna have, you know, plenty of time to respond to the boss, which looks like it's gonna get walls and maybe the fountain, but I don't think it's gonna get much else. All right, so for this tribute, this is curse point for Guy's Gem. They managed to get it, but they are fighting down an entire level right now. They are level 9 to level 10. We have Disbanded picking up their ultimates. We have Phoenix picked up on Kael'thas once again. Apocalypse on Diablo. We do have, yeah, we have Entomb on Leo, which I like a lot. Ooh, if you put the Lornado into the Entomb, I guess that would just DCU. Like, what even happens, right? Because like the Lornado is as big as the thing. So if you like position it right, okay, I guess you just perma stun for that, huh? I guess goes for the Draken Laser Drill, a lot of zone control, opting for the more kind of sustained single target control that offers instead of the, you know, team fight oriented or Odin. Tennis picked up on Guy's Gems. They smartly did not contest that tribute and went ahead to, you know, soak up to level 10. Disbanded is going to start this boss. If Guy's Gems wants to invade here, we do have Lily and Tracer on the bottom. They might pick up that fort instead of doing anything with the boss. It doesn't look like Disbanded has committed to this quite yet. Kind of making sure they know where everyone is before starting it. Level 10's on the side of Guy's Gems. Wrath of the Berserker. We have the Quantum Spike once again on Tracer, and we have Dragon's Arrow on Hanzo. Lily goes for Jug of a 1,000 Cups, and Johanna has yet to pick one. I don't know if we're gonna see Falling Shield. I would see, you know, once again. We have the Leo sound effects really loud actually in game, so not sure what that's about Blizzard. Swish eyeing this. I don't think he's gonna get in time. This man is gonna go ahead and take this boss. Tribute is on top, so again, not as much value as it would otherwise. But if they're able to keep Guy's Gems occupied, this is actually kind of cool. Guy's Gems are gonna have to choose between clearing up the boss and making sure they get this tribute. If they're able to get the tribute quickly, they're going to be in a really good position because that's going to be curse point. It is curse point for both people. Skeleton goes down basically immediately. Jug of 1,000 Cups goes out for Lily. Tychus goes down as well. I think Sonya is going to spin to win. He's not actually going to die here, as you know, basically everyone on the side of Disbanded gets picked off. Just a real nice engage on the side of Guy's Gem. Man, wow, that was crazy. Guy's Gem is doing exactly what they need to do to make sure that they have time to clear up this boss. The boss does get the fort, but they are going to have to spend a little bit of time clearing that up during the curse. I actually think that they had time to clean that up before taking the tribute, so it would have been the case that they could have maybe, you know, min-maxed it a little bit more. Gotten about like 15 seconds more full value onto the curse, but you know, not a huge deal in the big scheme of things. They're just going to try and push their level lead here. They got both the mid fort and the bot fort, so they're going to go ahead and pick up level 13 ahead of their opponents. Disbanded sitting pretty close to 13. They should have time to recover after this curse. We'll see if the top fort goes down, but it looks like they're going to opt to not. Odin's in a little bit of a dicey situation. Getting, you know, got out by Tychus. You know, got Disbanded not engaging with the curse and the rest of Guy's Gen lingering around. Alright, we have Hanzo and Lily up in the top, just kind of harassing the crap out of Leo here. You know, without a fort, Lily can still do whatever she wants. I mean, even if there was a fort, she could probably do that, so. Alright. All the structures on the side of his bandit are reactivated. Leo goes in a little bit too deep. You know, there's still minions, dude. They're not going to save you that much yet. Gets away with around 450 health. That top fort, I think, is actually still going to go down. So that is going to be all forts on the side of Guy's Gems for this initial curse. Then again, you know, Disbanded's still in the game. Like, they have, you know, at least one structure on the board. And they'll be able to pick up more if they are able to get that third tribute that they need. Deckard opting for super healing potions, so the longer that those potions are out, the, you know, if they're out for, what is it, 2 seconds or more, they're going to heal for 75% more, so almost double. Top fort eventually goes down. Guy's Gem's going to go ahead and pick up their bot boss. Cleanse actually comes out, but Sonya goes back in and gets stunned. So I don't know what that was about. Cleanse down for 31 seconds. Jug actually popped to sustain the team through this boss, making sure that everyone is healthy when Disbanded shows up. Recon gets rooted, the Apocalypse comes out, Leo steps right onto the point, but is not actually able to get it in time. Johanna goes down in the meantime. Looks like Sonya could have gone forwards instead of back to get that Leo there. Leo making sure to wait until the potion is fully charged to get the most healing value. I love that you can actually do this in an organized team, because in quick match someone would immediately walk over it and, you know, you would just start yelling at them. So the Johanna kill was great, but the boss still goes over in favor of Guy's Gems. So it's going to put this bandit back a little bit. They're not going to be able to soak as many lanes as they would like right now, so they're going to be in a little bit of a tough position for this next tribute. It's not critical that they defend it, once again. It's the case where this is going to be the first of Guy's Gems' next curse, so this bandit doesn't have to fight for it as hard as they would otherwise. I would expect to see them soak in all the lanes, make up that level difference between the two teams right now, 15 to 14. Still pretty close, but they're going to have to be careful that they don't get caught here. Guys, I'm setting up for an ambush. Seriously, oh, buddy, so close. Yeah, Cersei's in the middle of the lane. This could be the case where Leo gets caught instead. Here comes the Chinese bush meta. We'll see if they manage to get a pick on anyone. Sonya gets separated a little bit and rooted, so it looks like that ambush backfired a little bit as Sonya gets separated from the team, taken out with a, you know, Deckard root. Nice zoning there from Disbanded. You know, they don't get the tribute, but they do get the pick. Looks like Hanzo's going to take a little bit of damage. Isn't actually going to go down. Wait, it was falling shield. So Johanna actually uses her ultimate to escape there instead of engage. Lily gets picked. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to see if they can get her. Doesn't look like her. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's going to get away. Not actually going to be able to catch her unless Diablo has another charge. He's going for it, but Cody's there on the Tracer, trying to, you know, get Diablo down. It would have been really dangerous if the Pulse Bomb were up, because again, that would take, you know, probably half of Diablo's health out. Level 16 is picked up on the side of Guy's Gem. And on Lily we have Pick Me Up, so that's going to be, you know, more healing for low health heroes. You know, Lily went into, you know, mostly a Clouds build or Wind build, taking up the cleanse at level 7. Needs a little bit. Okay, so Diablo's at full souls. Have killed his completing mana addicts, so that means he's going to have a shield for these engages when they happen.
Leo going ahead and picking up that potion instead of Diablo. Troll's coming out, does get white ghost. We'll see if Recon's able to dodge the pulse bomb, and he does. These pulse bombs not sticking as well as they did previously. Echo 1000 Cups coming out, sustaining everyone through this laser. Megalomania is very low, so is Diablo. Don't know if they're going to be able to get out of there. Kael'thas goes down to a well-placed, looks like Dragon Arrow combo. And Deckard goes down as well. Just, getting a little bit too low. Sonya gets saved by the minion wave, so MVP minions right there. Odin gets flipped over. I think he's gonna go down there. Nice grab by Diablo. It's gonna interrupt the siege that Guy's Gems are setting up, as Disbanded now has level 16. But when there's only one target to hit and you're like right next to them, that pulse bomb is just gonna rip through you, Diablo. So a little unfortunate there, taking a little bit too much damage. His souls do get reset there. I think they got reset earlier actually. He's only at 17 right now, so yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but this band is still able to mount a decent defense. I just gonna go ahead and pick up this camp. Ooh, careful, Evo. That's 3 versus 4. Okay. Alright, gonna go ahead and clean up these siege camps that were taken by Guy's Gems. I'm just gonna set up for this tribute. I believe that they'll be able to get this, but I think, yeah, Disbanded is in the position to fight this. If you're careful, Sonya is lurking in the bush. Check the bush first. Oh man, that poison spear is taking Cersei down to almost death. Nice healing coming out from Deckard to prevent that from happening. Dragon Zero lands, and the slam comes out, and Kael'thas just goes down. Seems a little bit split here. It looks like Recon wasn't in the fight there to begin with, so it looked like Leo got a little bit far ahead of the rest of the team and just wasn't quite able to prevent Kael'thas from going down in the backline there. Nice work by Guy's Gems, picking up yet another curse. I believe this should be 1 or 2 keeps for Guy's Gems. See if they're able to take this all the way to the end. They are doing the boss, guys. What do we? I don't know if I agree with that. Typically, I would actually really like to see them grab all of the keeps, but I mean, okay, Diablo goes down as well, so maybe they don't need to. They're just gonna go ahead and push up on the core. So whenever this boss, gets taken, it's gonna be pushing on the core. The problem is that it is, 3v4. There's a possibility that Disbanded is gonna be able to, defend this really well, and they do. I mean, it's trying to get Tracer here. That pulse bomb is going to come out, and he's not going to be able to dodge it in time. The boss does come out, but that's about it. Disbanded should be able to defend here. They do get the mid keep, I think, but I would have actually liked them to just split up, take all of the keeps, and then take the boss. I mean, the boss would have been pushing in like basically a similar situation. So I think they can still end from that Diablo kill. But we will see. We will see. Guys do have 20, and we have Disbanded at 18. So this is definitely a scary situation. The full health boss is here to end the game. And okay, that top keep does go down, so it's fine. You can take the boss during the curse. Typically, you don't really want to do that though. Dragon Zero comes out, stuns Diablo. Sprudel's a little bit isolated from the team, gets stunned out here, and goes down. Hanzo goes down. Root's coming out from the boss. I think it's just going to be too much damage though. The full health boss is going to prevent anyone from really mounting a defense. So Guy's Gems takes the series 2-0, handing Disbanded their first domination loss of the season. This also puts them at 22 points, and I think, I think the standings are relatively up to date, so that's going to go ahead and, put them up in first place for now. Really nice work by Guy's Gems. Just Tracer continuing. Cody Craze's Tracer continues to be a menace. It's just, yeah, it's one of the cases where, like, if the front line gets a little bit too far ahead, as they did in some of those fights, on Disbanded side, the Tracer just kind of slips through the cracks. And Sonya can do basically the same, as we saw in that last fight with Kael'thas. So nice work there by Guy's Gems. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get an interview going with Guy's Gems. Gonna mute myself while we figure that out, and I'll leave the stats viewable for you guys. Sorry if the chat window covers parts of it, but hopefully we'll be back with an interview. All right, everyone, we are here with an interview with Cody Craze on the side of Guy's Gems. Congratulations on that domination victory. I think you handed
Thanks.
Disbanded their first domination loss of the season, so congrats. How do you
Yeah,
feel about those
we're
games?
really, yeah, we're really excited. We righted the ship in the first one and then powered through, pulled that out, and won the second one. We feel really good. We had rough series against Disbanded twice last season, so to come back and show that we're ready to be back on top, we're ready.
Yeah, they were really close games, especially the first one. You know, it
Yeah,
was looking dicey. So talk to me about that first game. You were playing Tracer. It looked like, you know, to me on the casting side, it looked like it got easier for you to slip into the back line, you know, the later in the game it went. So I don't know, did that match up with how it felt, or how did that feel for you?
yeah. Once we caught up in level, just in general, Tracer playing down levels is really hard because it
Yeah.
feels like you're spraying them with a squirt gun or something. But yeah, once we caught up to 20, we started having really good initiations, and then I had the E regain health too, and so
hmm
it
hmm
did get a lot easier. And then we got in the back line, won fights inside out, and
hmm
took the game.
Cool. Also, I don't know. Do you have? Tell me about the ETC ban if you can. uh,
Oh, if you watched our series with Disbanded last season, they they rolled our face with ETC. Recon's a very strong ETC player.
So
Uh,
is this a respect ban from last season? Is
oh
that?
yeah,
Oh wow.
oh
Okay.
unquestionably.
All right. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So the first game was actually a lot of fun to watch. So you know, great work having a comeback there.
Yeah, we were super juiced.
Yeah. So tell me, going into the second game, did you feel like you needed to mix things up, or did you just were like, we can, you know, after that we can basically take it however we want. So, yeah, tell me how that second game felt in comparison.
Yeah. Once we calmed down, we just figured we'd wait and see what the first couple bands were to see if they were gonna start respect banning stuff or what was gonna happen.
hmm
Uh, and it, yeah, we had a couple comps we were thinking about playing, and that one fell into place rather nicely. So we took it and
hmm
executed well. It was a really clean game, the second one.
Yeah, it definitely was. They were both, you know, excellent games, and you know, props to both of you guys for putting up these these awesome fights. Um,
Yeah, it was a sweet series.
cool. All right. Well, congrats, guys. I believe that puts you in first place for now. I think that's you're 1 point over the next team. So, what is the outlook towards playoffs for your team?
Yeah, we're real excited to keep improving and make it to the playoffs and hopefully go all the way. I mean, that's the dream.
All right. Well, cool. Good luck. Um, gonna wrap it up here, but any shout outs before we sign off?
Yeah, shout outs to my team. It was a great set of games. Shout outs to NGS. It's been a very fun couple seasons. Shout out to you. Thanks for casting. And shout outs to the other team. It was a hell of a game.
Yeah, that definitely was. Well, congratulations, guys. We will look forward to seeing you in the playoffs. I believe that your spot is pretty secure. I haven't done the math. I didn't want to do that on air, but I expect that we will see you in the postseason.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right, thanks. That about does it for me. Thanks for watching, guys.